of our state and nation have their eye on programs like Sustainable Works. They know that we need to build a new, greener economy with quality jobs and sustainable businesses that can't be outsourced. Just last week, I was invited to a meeting with the Secretary of the Department of Energy, Stephen Chu. He, Senator Patty Murray, and leaders from Spokane to Seattle reiterated their support for residential energy efficiency programs. They are watching Sustainable Works. They are watching Spokane, and they're watching the South Perry neighborhood. Let's show them what's possible. Let's show them we can do large-scale energy efficiency programs. But you have to know, we're only going to be in South Perry for a limited time. In order to be successful, we need to start with commitments from 100 of you and your neighbors to engage in this energy retrofit process by the end of November. From there, we can spread the word to others and reach our goal of 300 retrofits in the South Perry neighborhood over the next 6 months. And then on to 3,700 retrofits throughout the state of Washington in the next 2 years. Thanks for your support so far, and thanks in advance for your support for energy efficiency and for your community. Thanks a lot.
We didn't get this far by ourselves. Not only has Spokane partnered with Puget Sound, but other partners in the Spokane community have helped us along the way. And here to recognize some of those people is Steve Paulson from Westminster Congregational United Church of Christ.
My interest has been in the support of Sustainable Works by those in the public arena. There are many people who deserve recognition for how they've supported the effort to give birth to Sustainable Works in Spokane. When I call your name, please stand and be recognized. City Councilman Richard Rush, thanks for being here tonight. County Commissioner Bonnie Mager for her letters of support. For specific public support for Sustainable Works in articles and speeches, as well as support for energy efficiency retrofit funding, Representative Tim Ormsby. And Representative John Driscoll. Senate Majority Leader Lisa Brown has been a committed supporter of Sustainable Works and has sought on many occasions to expand its benefits to the community. Senator Brown, thank you for your support.
Thank you. It is a pleasure to be here in a neighborhood in which I lived in 2 houses during my earlier years in Spokane, and I lived here when my son was born. And he's now a senior in high school, so that was a few years ago. However, it's a pleasure to be back and to be here knowing that this is the center of something that is going to be of significance not only for our state but for the whole country. Based on my conversations with members of the Spokane Alliance and people who were inspired by the vision that Sustainable Works represents, I was able to take this to other legislators in the Washington State Legislature, and the Senate Democrats decided to make it the keystone of our agenda for last year to pass a bill that would help stimulate energy efficiency of businesses, homes, and farms, and also essentially direct our Department of Commerce to search for funds at the federal and state level to be able to finance this. This became Senate Bill 5649, our Green Jobs bill, and I'm pleased to say that it passed and was signed by the governor and is now underway as state policy. We see it as just the beginning, and we pledge to you to continue to work on it as partners with you as we go farther. I see this, you've heard, I think there's a company out there that advertises it's triple play. Well, this is a quadruple play, or I guess a home run. Because think about it, it is at the very base, number one, it's a utility savings that you need, your families need, with the multiple expenses you have with the cost of healthcare and other things going up. Who needs to pay more on their utility bill than they have to? So number one, there's that savings. Number two, this is important because of the businesses, the responsible businesses in our community that will be supported and get the work, providing those family livable wage jobs throughout our community. Number three, this will fit into our national policy of reducing our dependence on foreign sources of energy, making us more energy self-reliant. And number four, we all know that it's good for the planet if we can reduce carbon emissions and ultimately start to stimulate a clean technology form of energy, which this kind of energy efficiency and conservation will help us do. So it's a very exciting thing that it's happening. And I want to let you know that despite the ups and downs of the budget process and the complications of the various grants and state and federal programs that Sustainable Works is negotiating through, I will be here, and I know the other elected officials that have already been mentioned will be there with you as partners, and we pledge to help make this effort successful and in fact to expand it and make it the kind of the crowning jewel that it really is. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator. There are other partners here tonight that we want to recognize. Please stand when I call the name of your partner organization. Spokane Neighborhood Action Program, partnering with the Sustainable Works to provide energy efficiency to every home. SNAP. Vista, partnering to provide incentives for energy conservation. Vista. Union Credit Union, partnering to provide financing. Green Job Opportunities, presented by Building Trades Council Apprenticeship Directors. And most of all, the 8 South Perry residents who have already gotten or about to get their first Sustainable Works residential retrofits. Give it up for our partners.